So hello students, so today our topic is cleanse construction. I would like to explain using this diagram. So this process is only applicable for a single slider crank mechanism. You cannot apply it for any other type of mechanism. So here just by extending the links you can find out the values. Just check. First thing you do is you draw this configuration diagram based on your scaling, or draw it as it is, like if you're able to draw 10 centimeter crank, like 100 mm is 10 centimeters, and 40 centimeter connecting rod, you can draw it as it is, not an issue. Or else you can take a scaling and draw it. First, you have A and O points, right? So perpendicular to AO, it means a vertical line, just extend it. Extend this line to the top. So this is the first step. Then the next step is extend this AB. You have a line AB, right? Extend this line AB along it. Now you got a point. This point is point C. That point is point C. So you got a point C. Now I can say clearly that I'll write over here BOBC is velocity diagram. Right away we got the diagram from the configuration diagram itself, velocity diagram, which is OBC, where OB is relating to crank velocity. Okay, BC is relating to connecting rod velocity, and OC is relating to slider velocity. Sir, now directly will I get? No, directly you are not going to get. If you want the velocity, you have a formula, V is equal to R omega, right? So here R is your OB. Fine. So to find out velocity at point B, it means of the crank, is equal to R is OB times omega. Omega is the angular velocity, which is already given, which is 10 radian per second. Done. So this way you got VB. Now coming to connecting rod, here also the same formula applies. So if you want to know the velocity of the connecting rod, so if you want to know it, so what do you do again? You do the same thing, which is V is equal to R omega, but here velocity is equal to R is the length BC times omega, which is 10 radians per second. Omega is same for all these things. Okay, just the length is changing, which is BC. Then you'll get, and now if you want to get the velocity of the slider, so slider is OC, right? Radius is OC, so OC times 10 radians per second. Same, V is equal to R omega, but R is the sides of the triangle, and I will clearly show you how we are going to do that. See, so this is, I'm just replicating that whatever we are looking at. I'm just replicating it, and this is a vertical line, right? So vertical line, and then let's draw it short and sweet. Okay, so let's draw the vertical first, so that we can connect it easily later on. Yeah, and this one. That's it. So now you can see, you can label it also. This is O, this is B, this is C. Using this, you are finding out the velocities. Now coming to the acceleration diagram. From the same diagram now, take BS center and BC as radius. BS center, BC as radius, draw a circle. BS center, BC as radius, draw a circle. Yes, it looks right. Now mark the midpoint of AB. Now you have to mark the midpoint of AB. Let's say that midpoint of AB is somewhere here. Okay, then it looks like a midpoint, right? Yes. And now take BS center, draw another circle with the radius of that marked point. Let's say the marked point is x. I marked the point as x. So xb as radius, xb as radius, x as center. Draw a circle, another circle. So I'm going to draw another circle of b as center and xb radius. The circle will definitely be bigger, right? It won't be this big. Yeah, sorry guys. Actually, it is x as center and xb as radius. Draw another circle, right? You have drawn both the circles. Now, wherever these circles are intersecting, right? Just connect a line over there. Wherever the circles are intersecting, take a line and connect it. Yes. So these both are intersecting through these both points, right? So point of intersection you can see, and check where that red line is cutting OA. The red line is cutting OA somewhere, right? Where is it cutting? It is cutting at this point. Yes. So now give it a name. Give it a name. Okay. Give it a name like Y. So Y is this intersection point. Now you can see that the acceleration diagram is actually ready. Acceleration diagram is ready. Let's draw it with a different ink so that we can differentiate. So this is the radial component of connecting rod along AB. If you see a line, small line towards the red, and this is the tangential component of the same line. It means radial tangential is done. So if you connect these both, you will get actual acceleration, right? Radial and tangential are components. And you can see this is the sliders acceleration, where yo is sliders acceleration, yo is sliders acceleration. And if you connect b and y, this is the actual acceleration of your connecting rod. Okay, let me show you here clearly. I'll write it down also, o, and then this you can say that b g, let's take this point as g, and y. Okay, here b g y and o, this is your acceleration diagram. Acceleration diagram. Now to find out the acceleration, fine, you have to do just this simple thing. See, by is the acceleration of connecting rod, fine, and bo is acceleration of crank, and yo is acceleration of slider. Now to know the actual accelerations, what do we need to do is use the formula r times omega square. It means here it will be by times omega square will be the acceleration of the connecting rod. Fine. And to find out the acceleration of crank, you just do BO times omega square. BO is the radius. It's like radius. And YO, if you want to find out acceleration of YO, just do YO times omega square. By doing this in the same question, I think in the previous video we have done it using instantaneous center method. Just check it if you are getting the similar answers or not. Now, if you want to find out alpha of connecting rod, which is AB, what do you need to do? Alpha of connecting rod means just to find out this one, just take this. This is tangential component, right? GY. GY is the tangential component, A tangential, A radial. Okay. So GY is tangential component, right? So now to find out the acceleration, tangential component is equal to R times alpha, right? Yes, but just by measuring this 80, you won't get 80. To find out 80, again, you have to do the same process, where is gy times omega square, then you will get 80, then equate it to r alpha. Just directly by measuring, in this case, we are not going to get, because it's not relative velocity method or acceleration method. This is just Lenz's construction. Using this length, you can find out accelerations in this format. These are only like linear accelerations, okay, in this format. Then to come to angular acceleration, see alpha. This is the angular acceleration, okay. So these are related that way. So gy times omega square will give you this value. But if you are taking scaling, if you are taking scaling in any case, in that case what you have to do is you have to multiply the scaling factor also. Scaling means if you are taking instead of 100 if you are taking 1 centimeter, it's not actually 1 centimeter, right? So it's actually like you are taking 10 centimeter equal to 1 centimeter. It means you are dividing it with 10, right? So while you are doing gy, so gy will be divided already with 10. So you multiply it with 10 to get the right answer. If you are scaling it, you have to descale it. Okay. So this is about your velocity and acceleration diagrams. Fine. Okay. Thank you for learning.